Welcome to Matadors on Mic, a new podcast by Spain Elementary Middle School students.
Being a student in a pandemic, your entire middle school experience so far has been spent in a pandemic. What has that been like for you?
So it's been hard because every day we have to do the same thing, like come to school, wear a mask. We can't be around people. They separate us. Like we can't do nothing. Like especially when we in the gym, our mask be on 24/7. We can't get a break. So yeah.
I'm always it's like when we're in the school, it's like so crowded. I can never pull my mask down. I'm not able to interact with my friends because we have to keep a social distance. So I can play with my friends, talk to them. We have to sit right here. Some kids have to sit right there. And it's really complicated for me.
It was really hard, especially coming back after that whole year virtual. You wanted to interact with people, but then you have to remember the safety regulations, so you can't hug your friends. So, we were gone for a whole year, so obviously we were gonna miss each other. So you can't interact with each other. So that was really hard.
It's basically what Kayla just said. It's hard to do group work now because we're in separate classes, and so it's not a lot of people in each class. And so when we do group work, it's kind of difficult because you want everybody to participate in your group, but it's kind of hard because if you have two people sitting at your table or maybe even three, it's not fun like that. So
So I'm going to just kind of piggyback on what you said, Jemiah. It's not fun. Do you feel like some of the fun in school has been taken away?
I would say yes because, like Jemiah said, we can't talk to our friends. We can't hug them. We can't talk to each other. We can't be in groups as how many much people we want to be in with.
I'll say yes because like I said last time, we can't go on field trips. We can't have our phone. All the activity in the auditorium, we can barely do that because of the pandemic. Parents can't come watch their kids show. It's been a lot. We gotta separate in the auditorium to where we can't get up out our seat. We can't do what we want to do like we did before.
Yes, the fun has been taken out of school because we can't interact with each other like we would. We can't, mess around like we would, or we can't do even shows because now you really have to worry about spacing. Even though spacing has been a big thing, but with social distance and stuff, you really have to worry about spacing. Like Ariel said, my parents look forward to coming to shows, but then they get that note that they can't come. So it's just kind of hard for parents who really want to see their kids and they see their kids practicing, so they want to see the outcome of it.
I think kids can do activities that they've been wanting to do. For me, I'm a dancer and I constantly have to dance with my mask on and I can rarely breathe. I would just want to dance with my mask off, dance freely, but we have to keep a distance and we can't really dance how I used to.
Some school districts don't require masks. Should Detroit Public Schools students continue to keep our mask mandate?
I feel like all schools should actually wear a mask because, like I said, everybody don't have the same choice as everyone else. Some people want to have their mask on, some people don't. Some parents have different decisions, some people don't. So it's everybody should have a mask to where the cases go down and to where you think you're safe.
I feel like they should require masks because say a kid goes out of town or say imagine he goes to Disney World or something like that or a theme park and he'll come back and he can have a bunch of random sickness like COVID or something like that, and then he won't know because he hasn't gotten tested yet, and then he can just spread it throughout the school without even knowing.
I think that it should be required because like that's like the only thing keeping us safe from like the germs and stuff. But then there should be times that we are able to take down our masks because them stairs ain't no joke. So we should be able to take down our masks, take a breather or whatever.
Yes, I think we should keep our mask on because me personally, like over the holidays, especially over Christmas, I caught COVID and I didn't want to go back to school because it was like a lot of people who got sick over break and it took a while for your symptoms to go away. So yeah, I feel that we should wear masks.
Okay, I feel like we should have to wear masks in school because if we do not wear masks, some people are going to bring something from somewhere back to the school, and majority of people are going to get sick, so therefore they're going to have to shut the school back down. And having COVID, I never had it, but my sisters had it before, and it's like a scary situation because I feel like you don't know what's going to happen, and yeah, that's it.
There have been times when we've had to go to school virtually. Why do you think some students are successful with it and some students aren't?
I feel like some students are not successful with it because, like, if you're doing it virtually, there's a high chance that you're at your own home, in which if you're at your own home, you'll feel less engaged and less willing to do the work.
Okay, I think it's hard being at home because you're in your own environment, and like especially like if you're doing school in your room, your bed is right there, so you would rather be in bed, sleep, than going on the computer. And like when we're in school, there's teachers telling us what to do, but then when we're at home, there's no one telling you to get up. There's no one telling you to sign in the class. So some people, they just don't come. But I feel like for the people who did homeschool, it came easy to them because that's what they're used to. That was their norm. So.
Okay, so kids who've been to public school and like are used to that, they would like hop on the virtual and like they wouldn't know like, oh, I'm new to this and then the other. But like homeschooled kids or kids who've like been schooled by their parents and stuff, they're probably used to it more because like, oh yeah, I've did this before and it's really easy to me.
Oh, I think some kids were successful because some kids were used to this, and some were able to work with technology, unlike some others, because it was like little kids who couldn't do anything because like they didn't know that some cannot read, they didn't know what to press and stuff like that, and then some couldn't know what to do because we're older and.
Think about some of the things your parents have talked about at home. How do they feel about virtual school?
My mother personally hates virtual school, especially with my little brother. He's really stubborn, so when it comes to school, he really doesn't like it. And she really prefers going in school, but really not really because of the pandemic and everything. So it's really crazy. She has really basically mixed emotions.
Okay, my mama don't like it at all because she be at work 24/7. So like it's me and my brother, and he irritating. Like it's distracting. Like I don't like being at the house with him. So it's like I prefer going into school because I have more focus.
I would say my mom liked virtual school because she could see what we were doing and how we were acting in class. I would say my mother didn't really like virtual school because of all the technology, and she didn't know how to work it. And when she says like we're at school, that's her time off, and I don't really like even being at home at virtual school because it's kind of my time away from my siblings too because they irritate a lot.
My mom didn't like it either because my mom felt like she was the teacher because it was just a lot of work to complete in one time, in one day actually. And the assignments are like pretty much due at 11:59 at night. So me staying up and doing them, it was difficult because I go to sleep early and me being up that late is bad for me. So
All right. Now that we are in second semester, what would you like to see happen?
What I like to see is no days of virtual school. I want to be in school, all the time because when we're not in school, that's kind of taken away from the things that we're learning in school. So then, when we get back in school, the teachers have to run back to what we missed. So hopefully there's no virtual days because I don't want to go back home.
I feel like we should have more activities because they got taken away from us. So I feel like we should have all of them back.
I think that we should have more classes because the classes that we have are very minimum. Like we got science, social studies, math, and regular classes. I think we should have other classes where you can learn Spanish or other language like sign language, or we can learn other new things.
It's kind of like what Ariel said. Our fun has been taken away from all of us. We haven't been going nowhere. So, yeah, I feel like they should bring the field trips back, and we should do more fun activities within the school.
Great job, everyone. We hope you'll join us again for our next episode of Matadors on Mic.